The Dutch are growing their seawalls and they're alive. Every seawall on Earth is slowly dying. Concrete cracks, steel corrodes, stone erodes. The ocean is relentless, and given enough time, it wins every single fight. That's the dirty secret of coastal defense. Everything we build to hold back the sea is decaying from the moment we finish it. So engineers are locked in a forever war, constantly repairing, reinforcing, and rebuilding. But the Dutch, the undisputed masters of holding back water, asked a strange question. What if a seawall didn't have to decay? What if instead of slowly falling apart, it could actually grow stronger every year? What if it could repair itself and even rise as the sea rises? It sounds impossible, but the Dutch have built exactly that. Their newest coastal defenses aren't made of dead concrete. They're alive. And today, we're revealing how the Netherlands turn living creatures into the seawalls of the future. To understand why this matters, you have to understand the problem with traditional seawalls. For centuries, the answer to the sea was simple. Build something big, hard, and heavy, a wall of concrete or a mound of rock. And it works for a while, but the ocean never stops testing it. Waves slam into the barrier millions of times a year. Salt water seeps into cracks and corrodes the steel reinforcement inside. Storms tear away the foundations. Every hard seawall is on a countdown timer to failure. And there's a second, sneakier problem. A hard wall actually damages the coast in front of it. When a wave hits a vertical concrete face, its energy bounces back and scours away the seabed at the base of the wall. Over time, the wall undermines the very ground it stands on. In the Netherlands, engineers noticed this happening in the Eastern Scheldt, where their massive storm surge barrier had disrupted the natural flow, causing the tidal flats and sandbanks to slowly erode away. Their own brilliant hard engineering had created a new problem. The sea was quietly eating the land from underneath. They needed a completely different idea, and they found it in the water itself. The Dutch program is called Building with Nature, and the philosophy is a total reversal of everything that came before. Instead of fighting the sea with a dead barrier, you recruit living organisms to fight it for you. The star of the show is the humble oyster. On its own, a single oyster is tiny, but oysters do something remarkable. They gather together in enormous colonies and build reefs. And an oyster reef is a natural breakwater. When waves roll in over a healthy reef, the rough, complex structure absorbs and scatters their energy before they ever reach the shore. But here's the part that sounds impossible. Unlike concrete, a reef is alive. It grows. Every year, new oysters settle on top of the old ones, adding new layers, making the reef bigger and stronger. A concrete wall is at its strongest on day one and gets weaker forever after. A reef is at its weakest on day one and gets stronger forever after. It is the complete opposite of everything we thought we knew about building. And it gets better, because if a storm damages the reef, the living oysters simply grow back. The wall repairs itself. Try getting a concrete barrier to do that. So how do you actually build with something alive? You can't just dump oysters in the sea and hope. The Dutch engineered the whole process. First, oysters need a hard surface to attach to. Baby oysters, called larvae, drift in the water, and they will only grow into adults if they can settle onto something solid. So Dutch engineers create that starting point. In the Eastern Scheldt, they experimented with different structures to give the larvae a home. They tried cages, wire, and a clever solution called gabions, which are strong metal frames filled with old oyster shells. It turned out that oyster shells packed into sturdy gabions were the perfect cradle. The rough old shells attracted drifting larvae, and the strong frames held everything in place against the tide. Once the larvae settle, nature takes over. The young oysters grow, filter the water, and slowly cement themselves into a solid, living structure. And this living structure does 3 jobs at once. First, it breaks incoming waves, protecting the shore. Second, it traps sediment, actually helping to rebuild the eroding tidal flats behind it. And third, it becomes a booming habitat, attracting fish, birds, and other marine life, bringing a dead stretch of coast back to life. One structure: coastal defense, land rebuilding, and an entire ecosystem. No concrete wall has ever done that. Now, a skeptic would say this is a nice idea, but can a pile of shellfish really stand up to the ocean the way concrete can? For a long time, that was the big question. The idea sounded lovely but soft. Then the data came in, and it silenced the doubters. In rigorous testing of these hybrid reef systems, researchers found something extraordinary. A well-designed living reef could reduce incoming wave power by more than 90%. 90%. That is not a gentle nature project. That is serious, hard-hitting coastal engineering achieved by living creatures. Suddenly, the living seawall wasn't a charming experiment. It was a legitimate rival to concrete, and in some ways a superior one. Because remember, that 90% protection doesn't fade over time like concrete does. It grows. As the reef matures and thickens, its ability to knock down waves only increases. And there's a bonus that matters more every single year. Because the reef is a living, growing thing, it can rise along with the sea level. As the water creeps higher due to climate change, a healthy reef simply grows taller to match it. A concrete wall has a fixed height, and one day the sea will rise above it. A living wall can keep climbing. It's a defense that adapts to the exact threat it was built to fight. This isn't a laboratory fantasy, it's already in the water along the Dutch coast. In the eastern Scheldt, that region where the hard barrier was causing erosion, oyster reefs were deployed directly onto the vanishing tidal flats. The goal was to prove that shellfish could act as adaptive, responsive structures that keep pace with sea level rise through their own vertical growth. And the pilot worked, demonstrating that oyster reefs really can slow erosion and stabilize a shoreline that hard engineering had put at risk. Then the Dutch went a step further and combined the old world with the new. On the Lauwersmeerdijk, up in the Wadden Sea, they launched a unique trial to enrich the underwater nature at the very foot of a traditional dike. The idea is a hybrid: keep the proven strength of the dike, but grow a living reef at its base. And this is where it gets clever. The creatures that colonize the structure, the shellfish and barnacles, form a natural armor of calcium over the surface. In other words, the living layer actually protects and reinforces the hard structure underneath, while storing carbon as the oysters build their shells. The living wall doesn't just replace concrete, it can shield concrete, extending its life. The universities of Groningen and beyond are monitoring these reefs closely, and the results are feeding directly into the design of the next generation of Dutch sea defenses. The rest of the world has noticed. And in a surprising twist, one of the biggest champions of the living seawall is the United States military. After a hurricane devastated a coastal airbase in Florida, American defense researchers went looking for a coastal protection that wouldn't just get smashed and need rebuilding. They landed on the exact same idea the Dutch pioneered. They built a hybrid reef from porous concrete modules designed to be colonized by oysters, creating a living shoreline that strengthens over time. It was installed and marine life moved in almost immediately, beginning to grow the structure into a true living reef. When a military that can build almost anything chooses to grow its coastal defense out of oysters, you know the idea has arrived. From the Netherlands to the coast of Florida to shorelines around the world, the same realization is spreading. In an age of rising seas and stronger storms, a defense that repairs itself and grows stronger is not a soft alternative. It might be the smartest hard engineering there is. And it started with Dutch engineers willing to look at a humble oyster and see the future of coastal protection. Step back and look at what the Dutch have really done here. For 1,000 years, their entire relationship with the sea was a battle. Build a wall, hold the line, repair the damage, repeat forever. It was a war they could never truly win, only survive. Building with nature is something new. It's not fighting the sea, it's partnering with it. Instead of a dead barrier that the ocean slowly destroys, they've created a living one that the ocean actually helps to build. The waves that would tear down a concrete wall instead deliver fresh larvae to strengthen a reef. The country that mastered hard engineering better than anyone is now leading the world away from it, and the timing could not be more important. As seas rise and storms intensify, the old approach of taller and taller concrete walls is hitting its limits. A wall can only be built so high, but a living reef can keep growing, keep adapting, keep rising for as long as the oysters keep building. The Dutch didn't just design a better seawall, they designed one that's never finished, because it's always growing. Every other seawall on Earth is slowly losing its fight with the ocean. The Dutch built one that's winning because it's alive, and it gets stronger every single day. The next time you picture coastal defense, don't picture a gray concrete wall. Picture a living reef, quietly growing, quietly rising, quietly protecting the land behind it. If you want more stories about engineering that rewrites the rules, hit that like button and subscribe to Blueprint Files. Would you trust a living seawall to protect your city? Drop your answer in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.